This is Stefanie Schüpke from the German Heart Center in Munich. Here at AHA 2014 in Chicago, the ISAR-SAFE trial was presented, which deals with the optimal duration of clopidogrel treatment after drug-eluting stent implantation. ISAR-SAFE was designed as an investigator-initiated, international multi-center, randomized double-blind, placebo-controlled trial. It tested the hypothesis that in patients with drug-eluting stent implantation, 6 months of clopidogrel therapy are non-inferior to 12 months in terms of clinical outcomes. The primary endpoint was a composite endpoint of death, myocardial infarction, stent thrombosis, stroke, or TIMI major bleeding at 9 months after randomization. At 6 months after PCI, patients were randomized to either a 6 months period of placebo or to an additional 6 months period of clopidogrel. Regarding sample size calculations, we assumed an incidence of the primary endpoint of 10% and with a margin of non-inferiority of 2%, the enrollment of 6,000 patients was required. However, a planned blinded interims analysis showed much lower than expected event rates. And this very low event rate, along with slow recruitment, induced the Data Safety Monitoring Board and the Steering Committee to terminate the trial at a sample size of 4,000 patients. The main finding of the ISAR-SAFE trial was that there was no significant difference in the primary endpoint in patients assigned to either 6 or 12 months of therapy. There was also no difference in the secondary endpoint, which was death, myocardial infarction, stent thrombosis, stroke, or TIMI major bleeding. In additional analysis, we found a non-significant increase in TIMI minor bleeding with prolonged therapy. And when we applied more recent and sensitive criteria of bleeding, such as BARC, we found a significant increase in BARC bleeding with 12 months of therapy. The clinical implication of the ISAR-SAFE trial is that in patients with low risk and especially new generation drug-eluting stent, it might be safe to shorten DAPT therapy from 12 to 6 months. Thank you.